Hey, Richard Miller here, Facts for Working People again. This is a quickie. I wanted to write about this, but look at this situation of healthcare in the United States. I am an older guy. I'm not going to tell everybody how old I am, but I'm an older guy. And I have just had an attack of sciatica. It's quite common. Plus, I've been a blue-collar worker, mostly working my body in construction and stuff like that. So I got this attack of sciatica. So I sent one note to my doctor, and I have a good insurance. I have Kaiser. Overall, I cannot complain about what I've had. I've been a very lucky person, good union job, public sector, good health insurance in America. In the the advanced capitalist country that has the worst health coverage. So anyway, I go down. My son tells me about this chiropractor that's pretty good, and I like chiropractors. I like masseuses. Anytime somebody touches and works with your body, it's a good thing. So I go down there, and I'm thinking of the cost. You know, it's a business, just like anything else, but it's a cost, $100 or whatever for the first visit, 45, this, that, and the other. So I'm weighing it up, what with my dental and everything else, and then I find out I've got through Kaiser, I have chiropractic, but it has to be referred to by the doctor. My doctor's just retired, so I have a new doctor that was given to me. I have no complaints about this doctor. I don't know the person. I've never been there, but I did contact my other doctor about my sciatica, and I can't drive more than 40 miles, and it can be very, very painful, as anybody that has it knows. I believe that a chiropractor, in most cases, Western medicine won't deal with this. It'll deal with it with drugs, just like back problems and so forth. So anyway, so I check up I tell my doctor has been given to me, and she tells me I don't have to call up. I don't have to get a referral. I can just do it. So I can't. I call up the member services. They tell me no, you have to get a referral. I tell my doctor I've got to get a referral. So I send a note. I know what the next step will be, and I understand why it is. She sends a note back. I have to give you a physical exam in order to refer you there. So never mind that at 70 years old, there you go. 70 years old, I know something about medicine. I know a little bit about eczema. I know a little bit about structural damage because I've had all those things. So she tells me she sends me a note, says I've got to give you a physical. I knew that was coming, and I don't blame her for it at all. But the thing is, so then make an appointment. Now, it might be a quick appointment and it might not. It might be a quick appointment and it might not. But the thing is, the whole process is not about anything but money and insurance and who's paying. That's what it's all about. I know, in my opinion, that through history, through my life, that I can go to the chiropractor and get some relief on this without drugs. I take a lot of drugs now for a heart attack. She's got to cover her butt. So she calls them up. I'm sure she's called up the people. No, well, you got to do it because you're referring him. You don't know what the problem is. Even though a previous note to my other doctor that just retired explained I've looked at the Mayo Clinic. Everybody tells me, all the people my age tell me about sciatica. So they tell me. So I know that going to this chiropractor will be more productive. But I've got to go to her. She's got to give me an exam, and then she can refer me. Her arse is covered. The company's arse is covered. The union, the insurance company is covered. So we're there. The insurance company for the chiropractor, he or she demands, that company, whatever it is, hedge fund, who the hell knows it is. They feel comfortable. They demanded a referral, even if my hospital didn't, because I guess they're covering their ass. It's all about money. When my doctor says, well, I need to do an exam, they didn't contact me and say, wait a minute, Mr. Mellor, you're old and you've got these few problems. I've seen this, that, and the other. Oh, we want to do a medical exam. No, they're demanded to do a medical exam. They're pressured to do it by the goddamn insurance company. That's who runs the medical industry in this country. And I just saw a clip from Boris Johnson in Britain and the NHS. The NHS is like a car, the National Health Service. If you don't put gas in it, it won't run. Same with them. You don't want a medical system like we have here. I've had a lot of luck. I'm very fortunate in this country. I had great medical care and I had a good job and good benefits, you know. So in this country, if you work, I was just talking to a buddy of mine down the pub. He has a bar. He's the owner of the bar. And you know, so many of these small businesses, if they have to pay them, if they give benefits to their workers, they pay for the medical. It's so absurd. Medicine in America is money. Pharmaceutical, everything. I mean, look at the stress. I just want to go see a goddamn chiropractor and get my sciatica taken care of, you know? All right? I'm going to put this off if it doesn't sound too bad, because I can't be bothered to write. Anyway, we got to change that situation. That's one thing we're up